What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Well, I am here at Holy Cross Cemetery at the front gates. Now, I'm not gonna go into the cemetery, but when I have driven by this cemetery in the past, there is a curious building that is right across the street. It kind of has the same build as these stone pillars here. It looks like an old castle. So finally, after driving by it a million and one times, I got out of the car to go look at it and try to find out what it was. Let me show you what it is. It is this beautiful stone building right in front of us right now. As you can tell, it kind of looks like a castle, the way the stone is, the way it's built. And I had driven by this a million and one times. And finally today on the way to Cypress Lawn, I said, heck it, I'm gonna stop the car, get out, and see if anybody knows what this building is. Because I've driven by it a million times. I never had time to stop before. Well, today I had some time. And I went a lot off to the left over here. There's a couple of businesses. One of those, on the little gray building on the right, is a flower shop. And there was a lady in there arranging flowers that worked there. I guess her and her husband owned the shop. And I asked her, do you know what that is? And she said, oh, yeah. She says, remember how back in the day, they used to have like a light rail system, the late 1800s, early 1900s, they used to have a light rail system. She says it was used at one point, at one time. Here's the few uses this building had over the years. At one point, it was actually offices for Holy Cross Cemetery here. They used to be located right there in those buildings, or that building. It was used as a chapel at one time. And then back in the day, late 1800s, early 1900s, they used to have, we've discussed the light rail system that would go from San Francisco to Colma. She had explained to me that at one time it was also a station for the light rail, like the trolleys they used to have coming back and forth. And remember in a past video or two, I had discussed the funeral trains, or they called them the funeral trolleys, that went from San Francisco to Colma. I guess in 1900 or 1899, 1900, San Francisco had banned all new burials within the city limits, and they were also going to develop the city more. And also people thought it was kind of a health hazard to live so close to cemeteries. So how they had banned all new burials, and then they moved everybody from the San Francisco cemeteries here to Colma at these cemeteries. That's why this city has so many deceased, because they had also moved the occupants in the cemeteries there that were already there to Colma. And it was actually done by the funeral trolleys, or the funeral train system they had on the coming from on the rails from San Francisco to Colma here. So this was actually used as a station as well. And I had asked her, was this just exclusively for the funeral trolleys? She said no, they had more than one rail train system that came by. It was for like multiple trains. It wasn't just for funeral trains or funeral trolleys. It was used just as a station in general for the rail system they had here. So with that being said, I'm gonna walk over there and get a closer look at this beautiful building and show you guys what the deal is. And like she had said, if you go around back, you may be able to still see remnants of old rail tracks for the rail system back there too. I was under the impression that the rail system ran along the main drag here, but the way she's talking, the tracks are on the other side of the building over here around back. So I guess the train stopped around back of this building as well, from what she was saying. So let's get on with it and check it out. Crossing the street here. Look at this building though. This is just gorgeous. So Holy Cross offices, a chapel, and a station for the rail system they used to have here back in the day. But this thing looks just like a castle. It is insane. I mean, just look at the stonework on this place. It's gorgeous. And she says they're having a problem here with homeless breaking in and squatting inside. The city was thinking about actually demolishing this because of the problem with people breaking in and living in there. But then I guess they had deemed that it is like an old historical building, and they weren't gonna do that because it's, as you could tell, it's just gorgeous and very old and historical. And it's part of Colma history. There's a broken window here, unfortunately. They've, like I said, they've had problems with people breaking in and squatting, homeless people. As you can see here, here's the old door, old front door. So I was fascinated when she said it was also a train station. I was so fascinated, and then I asked her immediately, was it for the funeral trains? And she said yes. And then, like I said, when I had asked, was it exclusively for that? She said no, it was for all kinds of trains, not just the funeral trains. When they started transporting people from Colma to here, I mean, from San Francisco to here back in the day, to Colma. This is the mail slot. It's kind of hard to see. The slot only opens so far, but I mean, this building is just beautiful. Yep, yeah, she was explaining they were having problems. There's a broken window right here, unfortunately. But I just love the way this is constructed here. This is just insanity. This is just gorgeous. They should really restore this place and have it as part of a tour or something, because this sounds like it's got some history behind it, this building. And there's someone's personal belongings, as we were talking about before. And it looks like it was a door here they had all boarded up. Wow. But she said around back here, you could possibly see some train tracks. Here's another old door. Look at this door. It's got to be original too. Damn. So she said there should be some train tracks back here. It's probably really overgrown, I'm sure. I see a bunch of beer cans back here. It's kind of hard to see. I would assume it's probably not through this gate, but it's probably the old train tracks were through this gate a little bit. Down there, some kind of drainage like area. As you can see the graffiti down there. It's gorgeous. This place is just insane. I didn't see any remnants of train tracks, but it is really overgrown over there as well. This is beautiful. Let's go around and look at the other side here. This looks interesting over here. What is this? I wonder if this was all original as well. Like, I don't even know what that is, but it looks like it's made of stone and it looks old, and it looks like it had some kind of maybe a ring at one time. Maybe that's different. Look at this. See, this is the shit that I live for right here. This is the stuff that I love. I thought this sign over here would tell a little bit about the building, but actually no, it's talking about I guess the greenery here. Is a Green Streets Blue Bay. So they're talking about I guess the little project they got going on in here. I thought the sign would for sure be for the building, but she said when the cemetery offices are open, they will probably know more about it. So today the offices are closed, she said, unfortunately. So I might have to come back here and maybe do a little bit of a, talk to somebody here. And there's another one. Talk to somebody around here and actually get more info on this, more accurate. She said, I asked her about the building. She goes, why, you want to buy it? And I was like, I wish that I could buy this building. She said her husband actually loves this building as well. And there's landscaping trucks that are here. Let's go around and look at the other side of the building as well. I know it's a little bit different of a video that I'm doing, although it is connected to the cemetery. So, but I thought I'd show this beautiful, beautiful building. It's insane. It's beautiful. I'm gonna go back and ask her if she wants to speak on the video here, to tell me what tell you guys what she had told me. But I don't know. She didn't seem like she was too big on it. Maybe we'll go ask. So the lady was very, very sweet. She didn't want to be on video, not even voice. She didn't want her voice on the video either. Very, very sweet. She says the flower shop is her and her husband's business, but they're renting the building. But she says a lot of the older people that come to their shop to buy flowers tell her stories about this place. And she said she even heard at one time it was a mortuary as well. She says she feels that it's haunted. Sometimes she says when the cemetery still owns this building, and so I guess they use it for storage. And when they open the door up to take stuff in to put it in storage, they ask her, "Do you want to go in?" And she's like, "No, I don't want to go in there. It looks haunted." And she says it was probably, she heard it was a mortuary too. And she says when you go in the door, there's a staircase that goes up to the upper floors up here as well. So that was another story she heard from people who live in Colma, who go to there to buy the flowers and stuff to go across to the cemetery over here. That it was possibly a mortuary as well too. And every time I've driven by this place, that was always my guess, that, hey, this looks like an old mortuary. So that's why I stopped and asked. I'm glad I did. And that lady was very nice. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you dug this video, I know a little bit different, wasn't quite a cemetery explorer, but it was still connected to the cemetery, to Holy Cross Cemetery. It's right across the street from the front gates. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon. Therefore, you get notified of all of my future uploads, guys. Once again, it was a pleasure. I wasn't planning on doing this video today, but I had some time and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna stop and ask. So thank you all so much, and I'll talk to you later.